Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and today's video, sadly, another tragedy, I guess. Apparently all natural causes, but Indiana Jones 5 crew member has been found dead on location. Now, obviously, the New York Post is going, oh, we've troubled production and things like that. Sure, maybe, maybe not. They are due to have some pretty key pre-production staff coming back soon, so we know that they're doing some form of reshoots, I can imagine. And potentially even some minor rewrites, actually. So let alone just reshoots. So I guess it is troubled in that regard. But this is not, this is sad, obviously, and this is sad. It's never good to, find someone dead on location. That's not nice. But it's not Helena Hutchins bad. I.e., obviously, I've been covering the Alec Baldwin situation. So let's just dive into it. The much-hyped Indiana Jones sequel's trouble-plagued production just took a darker turn as a crew member has reportedly died on location in Morocco. That's kind of currently where they're filming a bunch of stuff. Indiana Jones 5 camera operator Nick Kupak, 54, was found dead in his hotel room in the city of Fez. The Sun reports his cause of death has not been publicly disclosed, but, and I quote, he is thought to have died of natural causes. I mean, he's 54. Now, obviously, that's not exactly like a grand old age to go, but do people pass away at that age? Yeah, of course they do. And do they pass away of natural causes? Yes, they do. But it is sad nonetheless. Now, Kupak, an industry veteran who also worked on films in the Jurassic Park, Harry Potter and Star Wars franchises, only recently jetted to Morocco to help film the big budgeted blockbuster. I mean, look, could it be other things? Yeah, maybe. Will we find out in coming days? Probably not. I can't imagine this stuff will be disclosed. It's not a huge piece of news, but will this hamper the production? You know what? Probably not, actually. Probably not that much at all. Now, more than 100 crew members had reportedly assembled in the city to prepare for the filming of a major stunt scene using a rickshaw. Indiana Jones 5 is being released by Walt Disney Studios, and the Post has reached out to the company for further information on Kupak's tragic death. I doubt we're going to get anything. Now this is the other interesting stuff that they're like, oh, thrown into turmoil and oh my god. So production of the movie has already been plagued by problems because last week filming of the flick was thrown into turmoil when Morocco banned flights to and from the UK due to rising COVID cases. Now I don't know whether that's due to COVID cases in the UK or COVID cases in Morocco. I would imagine they're claiming that it's from the UK, which kind of makes some sense, I guess. But if you walked around the streets here, in fairness, you wouldn't actually know it. Hence why it is an assumption from me. Lead star Harrison Ford, 79, was allegedly set to fly into the country just before the ban was announced, and it's unclear where he currently is. Which, I mean, hopefully everyone else knows where he is. We've seen lots of photos of Harrison Ford walking around, going to museums, going on bike rides and stuff like this. It seems to be, anyway, that he's relatively healed up. But this has had a massive delay. And they do say, meanwhile, production of the movie was halted for 3 months after Ford suffered a severe shoulder injury in June, and he'd only returned to set in Italy 2 weeks ago. But they've also pushed it back. Now, they say due to COVID pandemic. It's not because of that, because I know people that are involved in traditionally pre-production work. Things that obviously are set to gauge the movie moving forwards in the production, they're coming back on board. So no, it's not because of COVID. It's because they're doing rewrites or reshoots, but extensively so, where they will actually be changing elements of, say, set design, costuming, things like that. I can't reveal too much more because then obviously it kind of whistles it down as to what department I know is working on the film, obviously. But basically, it's not because of COVID. That's not why. That's not why at all. It's clearly been delayed because one, the shoulder injury that did affect it, obviously. But predominantly, it's going to be because they're doing some reshoots or rewrites. Now, I'm leaning more towards rewrites, mainly because of the department that I know that will be returning. It's a pretty key department. So the movie was originally slated to hit theatres on July 9th, 2021. but was pushed back to July 29, 2022 due to the pandemic last month. But then Disney has now announced that it's scheduled to release in summer of 2023. So a whole year's delay. It's not a small one. That's literally a whole movie's worth. But because they're already shooting stuff now, they're not reshooting the whole movie. But because of the departments that they're bringing back, they are definitely reworking parts of the movie. So I would expect these reshoots to go on for quite some time, or expect these current shoots to go on and then it be announced that they're going back for reshoots. But secretly what that will be is actually they've had rewrites. I would literally put money on it. I bet money on that it's going back for rewrites. But again, it remains to be seen. Now, they do say here that it's unclear whether Kupak's death will prompt further delays. It's not going to. It's not going to. As long as they can, go with a man down, R.I.P. It's not going to affect them. I mean, it's just a camera operator. I know that sounds quite disrespectful, but it is. So in the grand schemes of a movie being delayed, it's probably not going to delay it at all. I can't imagine it will. Now, is this a troubled production? Yeah, I guess so, to a certain degree. Now, the department I know that's working on this, they've said nothing but good things about it. And I know a lot of people refute that and say, well, we're going to have, Liliana Jones, or I can't remember whatever the terminology they have, but basically a woman, Indiana Jones. Or Indiana, it is, Indiana. Indiana's a girl's name as well, actually. But anyway, is it a troubled production? Meh, maybe, I guess. The fact that we had such a big injury from Harrison Ford, pretty big delay as well. This won't delay it that much at all, and it won't affect it that much, if at all. But in terms of the movie itself, will it be any good? That remains to be seen, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. So let me know down below. And obviously, tragedy, it's not good. R.I.P., not good at all. But in the grand scheme of things, this won't affect anything. And I think that's kind of sad in some regards, but what do they say? The show must go on, I guess. But they won't shut down for this. There's not going to be anything, especially natural causes. They're not going to need to investigate or anything like that. But let me know what you guys think of this, as well as whether the film's going to be any good. I can hear all the comments now. Let me know all of that down below in the comment section. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. Please do turn the bell notifications on. Check, actually, that they are on for returning subscribers. And hit that like button on your way out. If you want to follow me, please do over on Twitter and Instagram. Good places to give me a follow. And you can check out my second channel down below in the description box as well. Thanks so much. Take care.